A very good morning to all of you. We are again back with another topic on human resource management as per the syllabus of BTech Electronics and Communication 5th semester syllabus. The paper code is OEEC 506C. So today we'll be discussing about the last part of the chapter 2, and our topic of discussion today is training and development. So what are the things we are going to study today? Number one is the meaning and definitions of training and development, purpose of training, types of training process, importance of training, and the training methods. So these are the things we are going to study today. Meaning and definition of training, purpose of training, types of training process, importance of training, and the training methods. So now let us understand what is training. So training can be defined as the systematic method to enhance specific skills, desired behavior, and the knowledge of the employees which are necessary for performing a job effectively. So training is a method of to enhance the specific skills, desired behavior, and the knowledge of the employees which are necessary for performing a job effectively. Training is the organized procedure by which people learn knowledge and or skill for a definite purpose. So the basic objective is to impart knowledge and or skill for a definite purpose. So that's the basic objective or the basic fundamental concept of training. Now let us understand purpose of training. Why companies are spending lakhs and crores of rupees on training of the employees? What is the reason? Number one, to increase employee efficiency. If you are providing appropriate training to the employees, which is of utmost importance, that is going to improve the efficiency of the employees. Okay, like say for example, if your employees require presentation skills, like say for example, they need to present to their customers. So their business volume or the overall business depend on their presentation. And if you are conducting an excellent presentation skill training program for the employees at a regular interval, so that is going to increase the efficiency of your employees. If your employees are basically involved in data analytics, analysis of the data, so if you are conducting thorough, excellent training program on data analysis tools, updated data analysis tools, that is going to help your company to improve their efficiency by improving the efficiency of the employee. That's the idea. Next one is that to upgrade the employee skills. Similar to the earlier point, I mean, we need to upgrade the employees, otherwise the employees will become obsolete and the company will become obsolete. So that is the reason that one of the major objective of the training is to upgrade the skills of the employees. You know, recent example is that Capgemini have declared they are going to train 50,000 Indian employees on the modern technologies. That's the thing. You need to upgrade the employees. Otherwise, how the employees will be working, right? So that's the idea. Next one is the to avoid or delay managerial obsolescence. Like the managers, those who are working, I mean, they will become obsolete as a manager if they are not equipped with the modern skill sets. So you need to train your manager with the modern skill sets so that they, they should not become an obsolete as a manager in the industry or in the organization. Next one, to prepare the employee to take the higher responsibilities. If you are thinking that your employees will be promoted or will be given better responsibilities, more responsibilities, so you need to provide training for that. Otherwise, there is a saying, educate to delegate. If you want to delegate some job, you need to first educate and train them. You need to check that whether they can do the job. Otherwise, if you are directly giving them the responsibilities to do the job without giving proper training, that will be a disaster, right? So that is the concept of to prepare the employees to take the higher responsibilities. Next one is that to reduce the employee turnover. Actually, the training acts as a motivator. If you are providing appropriate training program to your employees, then the employees will be feeling motivated that yes, my company is thinking about my development, so I should stay back with this company. So if you are providing appropriate quality training program for your employees, you can reduce the employee turnover rate. There are different reasons for employee turnover. So if you are conducting good quality training program, some percentage of the employee turnover definitely going to be reduced. Next one is to achieve the organizational excellence. So there would be, every organization will be having different kind of organizational objective, excellence objective. They want to achieve that, but how they are going to achieve that? Through their employees. If the employees are not trained enough, motivated enough, focused enough, how you are going to achieve your organizational goal? Because the organizational goals needs to be achieved by your employees only. So if your employees are not good, are not trained, are not focused, are not engaged, are not committed, so definitely you are not able to achieve the organizational excellence. So that is the reason that one of the major objectives of training is to achieve organizational excellence, right? So these are the purpose of training. Now, types of training. So what are the different kind of training are being done? There are different training. We have just listed a few of them. Number one is the induction training. What is an induction training? Induction training means when the employees are first coming to the organizations after recruitment. Like say, for example, your campus recruitment is being done and you have joined an organization. The first training that will be conducted at the company, that is called induction training, to make you aware about the rules, regulation, culture of the organizations. So that is the induction training, right? So induction means orientation. So we need to orient the employees, induct the employees to the organizations by explaining the rules, regulation, cultures of the organizations. Okay. Next one is the competency-based training. So this training is basically building on competency. Okay, building a competency. So you are having we have identified you have a very good potential on say for example data analytics. So we've identified you are very good in maths or statistics, but you don't know the training or the particular statistical softwares like the SPSS or the Minitab and etc. So we have decided we are going to provide you training on that so that you can enrich your this competency of analytics. You are very good in mathematics, you are very good in statistics, but we are going to provide you training on this kind of statistical software so that will increase and enrich your competence. So that is called the competency based training. Next one is the knowledge training. So we are increasing your knowledge base on that particular area. You have completed your BTech in electronics. You are sufficiently knowledgeable in your subject. But however, we want you to work in some new technologies and etc. So that is the reason we want to increase your knowledge level. So that is the reason there is knowledge training. Next one is the skill training. Particular skill sets we want to provide. Like take that example that data analytics skill sets. So for that reason, data visualization model you need to do. I mean, you need to represent the data with a proper visualization tool. So that's why you are providing you a training on Minitab. Okay, so that is the idea. Or the Tableau. We are providing a training on Tableau. So that is called the skill training. Next one is the cross-functional training. You are an electronics engineer, that is good. You are skilled enough in your particular domain. You are doing really well. Now we are providing you some training in some other domain, like say for example management domain. Okay, like say for example human resource management or the marketing management, because you need to have those knowledge in order to complete your job. So that is called the cross-functional training. So you are in a different functional role. And the team training. So how to work in a team. Individually you are brilliant. You are a fantastic engineer. You are having sufficient technical knowledge. You are doing really well. But however, sometimes what you have to do, you have to work in a team. So that is the reason your team building skills is required. Team, how to become an effective team member, that you should know. So that is the reason that the team training or the team building training would be provided to you. So these are the basic, some important types of training. There are other types of training as well, but as far as your syllabus and understanding, these are the trainings you should remember. Next one is the training process. How you should conduct a training program or the process for your employees. Number one, assessment of the organizational objective and the strategy. That is very important. That is what is the organizational ultimate objective? Because based on that only, you need to frame the training method. I mean, your objective is to become a number one data analytics company in India. So your objective is that means you want to provide the best data analytics services. That is the reason you should have a best data analyst with your team. So one of the major objectives of the training program is to provide adequate training program on the data analysis for all the employees, those who are involved in that particular domain, right? So that is the idea. So that is the idea. First, we need to understand the assessment of the organizational objective and the strategies. Based on that, we are going to develop the training need assessment. What are the training that is required in order to fulfill that particular objective, organizational objective? Next, number 3 is the establishment of the training goal. What would be my training goal? Training goal is all the employees who are working as a data scientist, they should be an expert in Minitab and the Tableau. That is my training goal. Okay. Next one is the, so based on that goal, we will be designing the training and development program. So we are developing an extensive training and development program for all of my data scientists, that they should be, you know, in a way, they should be the best in the market, in the Tableau and the Minitab. Next one is the execution training. We have planned, now we are executing, we are conducting the training program. Everybody should attend the training program. We are hiring the best trainer. We are developing the best infrastructure. We are infrastructure on the logistics. So that is the reason, I mean, so that the proper execution of the plan should be done, and then evaluation of the result. Then we'll be checking that whether all the data scientists are efficient and effective in handling the Minitab or the Tableau or not, right? So that is the fundamental concept of the training process. So we'll be starting with the organizational objective and the strategies. We need to do an assessment. Based on that, we'll be going for training need assessment. Then based on the training need assessment result, we'll be establishing our training goals, and based on the training goals, we'll be designing the training and development program. We need to execute the training program, and then we need to evaluate the training program, how much successful that is, right? So that is called the training process. Next is the importance of the training. Training is one of the most important the component of the human resource management. That is the reason most of the companies spend 1/3 of the revenue on the training program, 33%. Why? Because training plays a very, very important role. So there are different kind of, you know, we can talk about different points that why training is important, but we are just going to discuss about major 6 points. Number one is the decrease in the production expenses. Of course, if the employees are you know, trained and efficient, I mean, handling the machines and the material, automatically the production expenses will be reduced. Reduce the chances of the accident. If the employees are well trained in handling the machines and etc., and to take care of the safety measures and the safety gears and etc., so definitely the chances of accidents will be reduced. Increase employee confidence. If they're trained that how to handle these things, how to handle how to handle the objections, how to handle different kind of situations, how to handle different kind of machineries, so they can so their confidence level automatically will be improved. If the employees confidence level is being improved in doing their job of their own, automatically minimum level of supervision is required. Okay, minimum level of supervision is required. And as I've told that training itself acts as a motivator. So if you are conducting training for the employees at regular interval on important parameters, so definitely the employees will be thinking, employees will be feeling motivated, because they will be thinking the company is actually taking care of themselves, right? So that is the reason it will improve the employee model. So the major important functions of the training, or the why the training is very important. So we can discuss about this point. Number one, the decrease in the production expenses, reduce. Number two is the reduces chances of accident. Number three, increase employee confidence. Number four, minimum need of supervision. And number five is the improved employee moral and the motivation. So these are the important importance of training. Next, we'll be discussing about the training methods. Actually, the training, how the training should be conducted. So that is called the training method. So method can be of two types: on-the-job training and off-the-job training. As the term indicates, on-the-job training means when the people are actually working, while working, they are learning. So that is on the job. Off-the-job means they have not joined. I mean, they are not in the floor, they are not in the production house, they are not in the market. But before getting into the market, before getting into the production, before getting into the floor, they are getting trained. So those training are called off-the-job training. Okay, so let us understand on the job training. So while they are working, they are learning. Number one, job instruction training. I mean, they will be given instruction. Okay, do this, do that. There will be a standard operating procedure. Every step instruction would be given. They will be the learning and working, right? Apprenticeship training. They will be hired as an apprentice, and they will be working as a trainee in a particular department, mainly the technical department. And they will be hired and they will be getting trained and they will be working. Job rotation, like say for example, you have joined a company as a management trainee. Okay, management training. So then from the first 3 months you are working in the marketing department. Next 3 months you are working in the production department. Next 3 months marketing department. Then in the next 3 months finance department. So you are actually learning different activities of the organization. So that is called the job rotation. Coaching means there will be a coach that will be assigned to you. So while working, you would be taking direct mentorship or the coaching from that particular employee. All right. So of course, there must be a subject matter expert of that particular job or the assignment. Understudy, you will be aligned to a senior member of the management. So you will be working directly under close supervision of that particular senior management. person who always he or she will always be giving instruction to you, and you will be learning and working. So that's the idea. Next one is the mentoring, like coaching. A mentor will be assigned to you, and they will be constantly monitoring you, your performance, and giving instruction how to work. Right. So that is the concept of on-the-job training. Getting trained while working. That is on the job, and the but opposite is the off-the-job. That means before getting into that, and not before getting into, whenever the training would be conducted in a not in the actual work environment. Actual work environment. It can be simulated. That is number one is the simulation. I mean, real environment, real work-like environment will be created, but that is in real life. Like say, for example, you are working in a bank. So the company is going to organize a training program in a training room. I mean, training in a classroom. That where a bank-like environment has been created, a cash counter has been created. You are supposed to sit there and handle the cash. How to check the fraudulent transactions. What are the different things that you need to check? Okay, so these are the things that training would be given to you in a simulated environment. So a real work-like environment will be created in the classroom. That is called the simulation, but actually this is not office. Next to the case study. Case study is the problem that has been encountered originally by the organization, and the problem has already been solved or handled. Now the cases will be given to you. If you are that particular position, how you are going to handle that. Okay, that is called the case study. Role plays. Now say for example, again take the bank's example. You are playing the role of a cashier, and some other person is playing the role of a customer. So you'll be playing the role, and through the role playing in the different situation, you'll be able to understand what are the different kind of day-to-day issues you need to handle, and how that is needs to be solved. The role plays you can understand. Before hitting the floor, actual cash counter, you are getting trained out there. Okay, next one is the in basket exercises. Similarly, I mean, kind of simulation exercises that will be created, and you need to perform. You will be trained in a different kind of actual work like situation in the office. Next is very important, the conferences. You will be attending different conferences. You will be hearing to some experts in that particular field. Through that you will be understanding. Next one is the similar kind of seminars you will be attending. You will be presenting. You will be hearing some other presentation. Through that you will be developing your knowledge. So these are all of the job training program. So as far as your syllabus in the training and development part, this is the part. So please go through it, and if you have any question, please feel free to ask me in the forum that has been provided to you. And so that's all for this chapter number 2. So in the chapter number 2, there are 3 major important topics. That is human resource planning, performance management, and this training and development. So we have already completed this human resource planning and the performance appraisal in our earlier 2 sessions. So today we have completed the training and development topic of this particular chapter number 2. So again, soon we'll be coming back with chapter number 3. So go through it. If you have any issues, please feel to contact me, and I would love to reply. Thank you so much for attending.